Hi, my name's Bill Schaeffer with some ideas for VFX production. Today's ideas: office etiquette, how to behave on the production floor. You're working in a team of a lot of people in crowded conditions for long hours. Little personal habits can become extremely annoying over time. These habits can overshadow your skill and ability and jeopardize your career over time. Therefore, one of the most important things in the VFX production world is office etiquette, production manners. Don't annoy your coworkers. Adopt these habits to be a smoothly functioning part of the machine so you can enjoy your job. The fundamental idea of working in an office or working with a team is consideration of the feelings and needs of other people. You're in a crowded workspace. You cannot have everything your own way. The most important part of the work environment is sound. Don't create a lot of noises that disturb your neighbors and coworkers. And number one is do not talk on the phone on the production floor. If talking on the phone is not part of your job, go outside to talk on the phone. Do not sit at your desk and carry on personal conversations for 5 or 10 minutes. This is unbelievably rude and annoying to the people you work with. They will not want to work with you in the future if you continue talking on the phone while you work. In the early days of visual effects, this was a problem. Everyone had phones in their desk. Everyone was talking all the time. There was no cell phones. There was no good internet communication. Nowadays, on most production floors, talking on the cell phone on the production floor is outlawed, and that's a good thing. In other offices, I highly suggest do not talk on the phone. Another character trait that's similar is do not socialize on the production floor. Frequently, you work with a large team, a number of people are your friends, and someone in another department wants to talk to you about something personal and fun for the weekend. Don't sit at your desk and talk for 5 or 10 minutes about your personal life and fun things socializing. Excuse yourself and go outside or go to the break room with this person and then have a conversation for as long as you want. You won't disturb other people, you'll be more relaxed, and no one will be bothered by you bringing your personal affairs into the workspace. Therefore, one time I was working at a production facility and I was sharing an office with a person, and we both started on the same day. And for 3 or 4 hours, everyone came into this office to welcome that person back, and they sat and talked about their personal life. I got almost nothing done that day, and it was extremely annoying to me. Therefore, do not socialize on the production floor. Take it outside or take it to the break room. The next most annoying thing is music. Do not play music on the production floor or in the office environment. Nobody likes the same music that you do. Nobody wants to listen to the same type of music you want to listen to at the same time you're listening to it. And nobody can think 100% when music is going on in the background. I've worked with numerous people that thought they could play music at a low level, or if they just started playing music at the end of the day, then it wouldn't really be bothersome or annoying. Or they would say, well, just tell us what you want to listen to and we'll put that on. Don't play music on the production floor. People do not want to hear your music. Don't use open air headphones. Use closed headphones or earbuds. You can still hear the music from open air foam headphones. Your neighbors can still hear it. You're still annoying them. And so even though it looks like you're conforming to the idea and you're a good little team player, you're not. Do not use open air foam headphones. Use closed, sealed headphones or earbuds. Nobody wants to hear your music. No one cares what kind of music you're listening to. They're busy working. And as long as we're on the topic of sound and noise, no whistling. Don't whistle while you work. It's disturbing and annoying. No one wants to hear your whistling. No one cares if you're happy. They're busy trying to work. They hate you for whistling. They hate you for being happy. Do not whistle in a production environment. It makes you look like an idiot. It makes you look bad. It makes people not like you. No whistling. Also, don't wear those clicky clacky shoes. This is very annoying in the production environment or in the office environment when you're trying to concentrate on something and all of a sudden you hear someone walking down the hallway. Click, 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 click. And then they stop and they go click, 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 click over there. And all of a sudden you find yourself just following this person around the office in your mind when you're supposed to be working. Now, one thing I've noticed being a background actor on set, nobody on the set has clicky clacky shoes. No one from the most important director down to the least important crew person has shoes that go clicky clack. Even the high-paid movie stars that look really smart and businesslike do not have shoes that make noise. If you work in a production environment, do not wear shoes that make noise. Do not wear clicky clacky shoes. Your coworkers will not like you. You're not there to call attention to yourself. You're there to get the job done. And the best way to get the job done is to do it silently. Leave your fancy dress shoes, your clicky clacky designer shoes in your wardrobe for your personal time. Don't wear them to work. Besides sound, the next most important thing in the office or production environment is food. And the number one thing is, do not eat lunch at your desk. Take a break, eat lunch in the break room. Trust me, you are not fooling anyone. You are not appearing that you are more productive. You're appearing incompetent. You're appearing that you cannot do your work. And furthermore, everyone knows, when you are eating a bite of food, you're not working. So even though you timeshare while you're eating, all the time you spend eating, you're not working, even though you're at your desk. So it would be better to take a 10 or 15-minute break, if you have that much work, and go to the break room, quickly eat your food, and then return to your desk. If you eat lunch at your desk every single day, you have a psychological problem. You should see a doctor about that. You need to take a break. Do not eat lunch at your desk. Also, food at the desk is very annoying to your neighbors, and we will talk about that later. But primarily, take a break. Do not eat lunch at your desk. It does not make you look good. It makes you look incompetent and unintelligent. Now, occasionally when we work long hours, we need to snack. And I say only eat cold, dry food. And try to avoid food that's too excessively noisy or crispy. But only eat cold, dry food. Hot, wet food smells. If you eat hot, wet food, it smells. Your neighbors can smell it, your coworkers can smell it, and it's annoying. They don't want to eat your food. They don't want to be reminded of food. They want to think about work. So when you're on the production floor, when you're in the office environment, do not eat hot, wet food at your desk. And furthermore, always throw your food out in the kitchen. Don't throw your food remnants out in the office wastebasket. It smells, again, and it's unsightly and it shows laziness and bad habits. Food belongs in the kitchen, and the food wrappers and food remnants belong in the garbage can in the kitchen. Be considerate to your neighbors. I worked with this guy that every day, at least 3 or 4 times a week, at 4 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon, he would get a barbecued shark sandwich. No lie. And he would come back with this big fishy thing that just stank like the worst part of the ocean. Now he thought it was delicious, but to me it smelled fishy and dead, and it was really annoying. And it smelled so bad that the girls on the balcony made comments about smelling it. I don't like that guy. I want nothing to do with him. And if you want your coworkers to dislike you, then keep eating hot, wet food at your desk. But if you want a long career and you want to be liked by your coworkers, make sure you only eat cold, dry food. It's okay to snack on cold, dry food at your desk. No one can smell it, and no one will know that you're eating it. And lastly, as far as food, no one is interested in your food. Stop talking about it. Eat your food and shut up. No one wants to smell it. No one wants to look at it. Now, you may be very proud of your food, and you may be very happy to eat it, but no one else wants to be a part of it, unless they're at lunch and they're in the break room. And that is the appropriate time to talk about food and the appropriate place to discuss food. Food does not belong in the production environment. And lastly, maintain good personal hygiene. This should go without saying, is you do not want to be smelly or unsightful or annoying for people to be sitting next to. You need to bathe regularly, do your laundry regularly, and wear clean clothes. And you should make an attempt to look presentable, because all the people around you need to look at you all day long. And if you look unpresentable, you're going to be miserable to work with. So bathe regularly. When I was in grad school, there was a fellow on our team that had a habit of not bathing. And he smelled so bad that you could recognize him when you walked into the room. And one day, after working all afternoon, he left. And he left his smell in the office chair he was working in. And because this was like a communal lab, no one had specific desks, the smell didn't go away. So the next day, we took the chair down to the third floor and traded it with another chair in another lab. And to this day, I always remember that guy as the guy that smells bad. So always practice good personal hygiene, bathe regularly, and wear clean clothes. And along those lines, don't wear sweaty gym clothes. If you go to the gym at lunch hour, take a shower before you come back to work. If you ride your bicycle to work, clean off before you start working. No one wants to sit next to someone in sweaty gym clothes. It's rude and inconsiderate. The main idea here is consideration. Think about your neighbors and coworkers. Avoid behaviors that they will find annoying. Work hard, try and have a fun time, but leave the extreme elements of your personal life at home. Everyone is trying to do a good job, everyone is trying to work, and everyone is struggling with their own personal issues. Be considerate, and you will have a long and happy career. Thank you. This is Bill Schaeffer. Leave your comments below. These ideas are also good for any office situation.